Can't use always if I want something new. Stay fresh. Me and my brothers weren't playing chess, was making moves. We was on there from fraud to the food. All that. Just a splash and taking them trips, post cop and new shoes. Quick fixes, I just ride with a tool. Young reckless, didn't follow no rules. Swear took risks to just shine like jewels. Couple times was hot, had to play it cool. Back then the ones who made me hadn't separated. So won't stop till the one who stayed is over celebrated, rated. For working 10 plus, no promo. Her show it still runs, no co-host. And that's when the fam deserted her, still she didn't crumble. Cave is a no-no. She got more heart than care for they left of her dead, had her chopped up the photo. That's why I wanna make her live a dream. Anything she want that costs green is a go-go. Every day is a hustle. With my 9 pence strapped back, car money's on my mind. Reminds me of a Russell. Rather be deaf to all jams that their brother didn't grind. Flow for the fam, kinda say blast, figure than water. Flow for my gang, cause they waited round for my order. When it's my time to eat, every man grab a plate. Ain't gotta run these streets, ain't gotta watch your weight. Die for my family, only the real relate. Ride on my enemies, only them fakers hate God. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. Tryna take control, I'ma snatch your pad. Life in the game, don't try and own my own pad. A-Max, but still, it be telling me mad. Thinking how things still getting worse when they're already bad. It's not me, really gone to the plan. Funny, got a stretch car, I need them bands. Brothers gotta eat, wanna feed the fam. Got me trying to see more green than damn. One of my G's said he'll move a box in 1 week. Another said he's been moving boxes all week. Cheese. Can't knock the hustle. Cause they're both getting cheese. And they're both using muscle. But only one's on the street. One man legit for his son, the other's trying to shine like one. Swipe spit 8, it's like a 9. So neither of them die by one. Trying to get us out of the struggle. Watch, it's a matter of time. Say you wanna burst my bubble. I say as long as I blow, then it's fine. Flow for my fam, cause they say blood's thicker than water. Flow for the gang, cause they waited round for my order. When it's my time to eat, every man grab a plate. Ain't gotta run these streets, ain't gotta watch your weight. Die for my family, only the real relate. Ride on my enemies, only them fakers hate God. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that.
Let's go. And we are live. Welcome to STFU. You might be looking to my left. Would it be their right? Is it their right?
They're right.
They're right. This is not Aaron. We've got Calen Carr in the house from MLSsoccer.com, former MLS player, one of my best friends here in New York City and one of the more stylish guys. What are you wearing? No, thanks for joining us, man. Aaron is on vacation. Oddly enough, we do take vacations. Actually, Aaron does. We have not because we wouldn't let you down. But Aaron is on vacation. We have something of Aaron?
Is that from
I just saw something go on the monitor. I thought it was happening right now. Before we let Calen talk, can we throw that up there? What's going on?
Good. Yeah,
All right, so I'm back home on vacation in North Carolina, and I know y'all replaced me with another black dude. Shout out Calen. That is the homie, but I will not break the streak. I will be here for every single STFU. Y'all can't get rid of me. Real quick, Champions League thoughts. Loris Karius, damn, I hate it had to be him. Sucks, bro. Sergio Ramos, give that man his black belt. You see the technique on that arm bar, like the way he locked it. Listen, he might not have done it on purpose, but come on. Anyway, miss you guys. I'll catch you next week. All right, so I'm back.
What?
Wow.
Is he wearing a sports bra? Does he not know how to frame a shot? It looks like he's wearing a sports bra. I'm cool with it, but he's definitely in. That's the South Beach outfit.
Maybe he's tracking his. What's the word I'm lking for?
I don't know.
His exercise.
Well, it looked like he had done a couple push-ups though.
Yeah, he did. There was
beforehand.
Yeah, he had cleavage in there. He had
He's
he had a built-out Bill.
He started wearing
Bill.
tank tops to the office, and everyone's definitely noticed, but no one said anything to him yet, which is fine, Aaron.
Which is actually great though, because
Like, he
it
looks
was a
good.
fear of who was going to wear shorts first. But when somebody just rolls in with the tank top early, it actually used to be Canadian Tim was the only person that ever wore shorts.
Yeah, because it's always warm in Canada.
Yeah, what I was saying was. He wore a tank top, and all bets were off, which is cool. Because now you can just pretty much wear anything, including a Spain jersey when you're not
I've
from
been
Spain.
here twice
I am
now.
from Spain.
I did walk talk football, and Aaron was there wearing a tank top.
Yeah.
And this is my second time to COPA90, and the guy's on vacation in a tank top again. I feel like he doesn't even wear shirts. At this
He's
point.
always on vacation, dude. He's living good,
living
living
the life,
well.
Chill.
living the dream.
So just to give you a catch up, even though I know you watch the show every week and you engage in the comments, the commenters are called commies, and they hang out in the Socialist Lounge with Pat. Over there, way over there, we got a huge studio space. We don't show them the size of this, but they're way over there with Pat. Pat, what's going on in the comments, dude?
I don't know what's going on in the a lot of people are still calling you Leaky Heath. That's Leaky Heath versus Calen Carr in a quick game of nutmeg. I don't know, but it's nice to be here in the Socialist Lounge, about
Like,
20
try to
to 40
nutmeg each
yards
other?
away from you guys.
Can you explain this Leaky Heath thing to me? I hope this doesn't
Let me explain
involve
two
like
things.
playing, because we're on the same men's league team and we can't be leaking goals. So I hope it doesn't involve that.
There was a lower third, Stat Jack, that we call him Stat Jack. He put leaky defense, I think was about Liverpool. Shout out.
There it is.
And I read it directly, and then I realized that I don't really like that word, and it sounds just not a word that I would use.
Okay.
That's not the only time that Stat Jack's let me down, though. He also told me that Liverpool gave up 40 goals last week in the Champions League. Turns out they gave up only 8. I just went ahead and said it out
It's
loud.
close.
What?
I could see how you.
13. Oh, now he knows the stats.
13.
Amazing.
I could see how you could confuse those.
Yeah.
Stat Jack.
That makes sense.
And so I just said it because somebody was like coming at me, and he's like, "Dude, you put it in there." It's like, "No, here's your
Trust-
comeback." And I said the comeback, and they were like, "No, now you're even more dumb."
Trust your teammates.
Yeah.
I'll teach you never do it again, man. Never do it again.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Just before we get into things, do you guys have a specific memory of playing against each other?
I do. Can I take this one?
Yeah.
Please.
I do. So I remember we were playing in Houston. It was probably like 117 degrees. And we were playing against Montreal. So this was an interesting time. You know, there are many, I don't know if you guys know, but there are many different iterations of Heath Pierce. And
Which
this,
one are we looking at here? We looking
Yeah,
at
there we
maybe
go.
This one right here?
Yeah, right there.
Very
So
good.
this was
2014.
like full Montreal Heath.
Can we show them that, by the way?
Yeah, it's like.
That's what you call real fans.
I mean, this
Okay?
was
That was
like,
made for me.
I was like, who is this French dude who's like playing left back for them? And I was playing on the right. And I'll tell you what, he gave me a tough day. And I don't know if you weren't wearing deodorant at that period in life.
I'm not wearing
but
deodorant this period in
It
life.
was a hot day in Texas. But
You get that on the microphone when
So
I
he
smell.
smelled, you're saying?
Yeah,
Wasn't the best.
It's always a hot day in Texas. I'll tell you the one. I don't remember a specific memory of playing against you, but I do remember a specific memory of watching you. MLS Cup final 2000. That had to be 2011.
Yeah,
Yeah,
11
in
and
LA.
12. Yeah,
You scored
12. Yeah.
12.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember
that was
that too.
awesome because I had the perfect view. I was up above,
Yeah.
not on the field level. That was at a period where I wasn't allowed on field level. Now I get field level access about once a year.
Nice.
You get it every game.
You're forgetting the second part of the story.
It's not about that.
Yeah, I tore my ACL in the second half, and that was the last
was that
professional
what
game I ever played. But anyways, yeah, moving on. Let's keep it light.
You scored.
I did. It
Yeah.
started off well.
Yeah.
It started off great.
Also, I do remember playing against you. You scored against University of Portland
Oh yeah,
with a header
college. Yeah,
Yeah.
way back in the day. man.
at Cal.
Yeah.
That's right?
Dude, yeah.
I remember that.
That was
You should
awesome.
remember that,
Yeah,
dude. I was
no.
so good in that
And
game
I also
too.
played professionally for a few years in Italy. As you all know.
Where was? Oh, just
Moving on.
update Calen on your professional career.
We never played against each other, but yeah, I played at Livorno for a few years, if anyone asks.
I thought you looked familiar.
And yeah, we were pretty good. We were in second division. Yeah, I tried my best, but it wasn't for me. I became a doctor after.
Yeah.
That's the story we've ran with. So
Wait, I've actually heard this somewhere before. I'm not even kidding. I've heard this somewhere before. I can't remember where. I think I was just in Cincinnati. I feel like I know you were in Cincinnati as well. Maybe you were recognized there's some
Yeah.
Livorno fans over there. Or,
Is there a large Livornian?
yeah, it's from the
Livornian
Livorno
community?
FC Cincinnati friendly that I played in.
Okay.
Before they were.
that must have been it.
But
yeah.
what was the team name in Cincinnati then when you would have played that? What year was that?
Could have been any of them. 2010 maybe. I was a senior in high school, but also playing for Livorno.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Oh, dude, I don't know. You've been pretty good on this, and now this story's starting to get a little bit spotty because you're not really confident.
Little
Just ask the
leaky.
commies. I played. Pat captained Livorno. How does no one know this? Says Trey Dill. Exactly, man. That's where I'm feeling. That's
All
the
right.
wavelength I'm on.
Now you know.
All right, so Champions League final happened. Big game. Real Madrid won, third in a row. Liverpool. That's a sick hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Can people get that hat?
No, it's sold out actually.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But
We're
you
not
should.
giving it away?
Well,
You can have his hat.
this
No.
one.
Yeah, so Real Madrid won, third in a row. First team to do so in the. What is the modern era? What?
When it became the Champions League as opposed to the European Cup.
Okay.
What year did that happen in?
92, 93, so
Nice.
that's the introduction of the
I was born in
Premier League.
'92. Little thing about me.
Nice.
So AP after Pat.
AP after Pat.
Wow.
The modern era is.
Just my life.
So that would have been 1 AP, or 0.
But you still have five European titles, right? So you get 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were saying that they have that song, we won it 5 times, we won it 5 times. What happens to the song if they win it 6th time and it doesn't sound as good? We won it 6 times, we won it. That doesn't sound right, right?
Maybe that was a factor.
Yeah.
You know.
Am I right?
I think it would have
In
sounded
Istanbul, we won it 5 times and then we won it 1 more.
fine. We went to Kiev and won it 6 times.
That doesn't sound the same.
I like the ring to it.
It didn't
I know
happen,
you like
so
the ring to it, but
doesn't matter.
it doesn't sound. Whoa.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's not worth arguing about, is it? 'Cause
It's not, but like
I'm
half
sorry.
of their songs, half of their songs are about winning 5 Champions League titles, or European trophies. I guess it would be European Cup trophies.
Yeah. It'll come. We'll get another
So
one.
I don't know. Would have just screwed things up. There's a lot of new learning, not a lot of new words to learn in a song. Yeah, there's been 3 other teams to do this, right? Is that right? I feel unconfident now because Stat Jack has let me down. Now I've got to question if any of this is a bit that he's doing, and I'm just going to say stuff that's down there. But Real Madrid, 56-60, won it a 3-peat then. Ajax won it 71-73. That was the Johan Cruyff era with Nieskens also, and Bayern 74-76. Yeah. Do you think this is the best team? Do you think this is the best Champions League team?
The best Champions League team ever?
Yeah.
I think it's the best run ever of like consecutive. It's so hard to win year after year. Even the best Barcelona teams weren't able to do it in that sort of glory era of them. They kind of had them fragmented by an off year. So to see Real Madrid be able to hit 3 back to back, and I thought that was going to be. I wanted Liverpool. My heart said Liverpool, Salah, but my mind told me experience matters in a final, and they showed it.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Pat, what are people in the comments saying, dude?
A
Sorry,
lot
what
of
are the
people-
commies saying?
They're saying Ramos equals Satan, and they're saying Ramos is good. So Ramos is clearly a point of contention in these comments.
All right, well, we're going to talk about Ramos in a little bit, so we're going to get everybody's opinion, but keep them coming now. Also, if you haven't already, send those hashtag Vibe for Flores in here. He's sitting real comfortable with his legs crossed right now, feeling really extra confident about today's show, so seems very well prepared. He's nodding his head, just so you guys know. Just imagine what somebody that was named Vibes for Flores looks like nodding their head. It's exactly what you'll get. So send those in. Have we got one yet? Any vibes? Oh, it's like a 7-second delay,
Let's see.
right?
Let's get
So-
those vibes in.
Fun thing, apparently Vibes for Flores, by the way, took notes. Can we get a zoom in on this? During the Champions League, right? A true student of the game. As we all know, he became a fan in, I think, what was it, late 2014? Early 2015?
November 2017.
November 2017, and really embraced things, right?
Wow.
So became a student of the game.
I didn't get this packet.
No, he took notes on every big moment of the game. Here, let me. Sorry, I'm messing with you there, Canadian Tim. Also, a backside to this.
Whoa. Because he cares about
Took
the
full
environment.
notes. All right, let me share with you a few notes that he took. In total, he took 84 notes, so not quite a note per minute, but
Hold on. I was thinking about my own things. What is this? Notes on what?
on the Champions League
Every
final.
moment.
Wow.
Important moments.
Good for you, Vibes.
He took all the most pivotal moments of the Champions League final 2018.
Oh, the vibes
Okay.
are rolling in, by the way.
What?
The vibes are rolling in. My computer's starting to glow.
Yeah, it's good because, look, dude, student of the game, Vibes for Flores, did this during leisure time so that he could better learn the game. So let's start with, we'll just go through a few of them. So first, number one, he had kickoff. That's a pivotal moment. Without the kickoff, there is no game, right? Can we agree with that? Can we move on from that? Can we agree that that is
he
like...
didn't say who kicked it off.
That's true.
Like a little
Who kicked
more
off
detail.
first?
Yeah. For next time.
I don't remember. Please
Next
don't swear on the
final.
show. Please don't swear on my timeline.
Note number one is Mane almost gets onto the ball in the Madrid penalty area early on. Varane is able to step across and quickly shut down the Liverpool forward. That is so good. This is like when you play career mode on FIFA and it's like says those types of moments.
I feel like he just copied the closed captions.
Oh, okay. If we fast forward up to note 18, we have corner Liverpool. So that's a big moment, right? Mm-hmm. There is a stat. I think Jack could probably figure it out for us and probably get it wrong for me this time. How many goals are scored from corner kicks per game? How important set pieces are, especially in big
We're
matches.
starting to get into trouble around 26-27, Heath.
Okay, 26 is Salah stays down after landing extremely awkward on his right shoulder after Ramos' challenge. Looks to be in a lot of pain. That's great. I like that you captured the essence of, like, visually, I'm able to now paint the picture. If I didn't have a chance to see that, and this was what I was reading, you'd be able to paint the picture of...
Grimacing in pain.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. This is like almost
But then there's a twist.
there's a twist.
27.
Move to 27. Salah is back on his feet and seems okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, I remember
The
thinking
plot
that as well.
thickens.
I remember thinking that as well. So
You were thinking that as well.
I was tweeting
This is great. This is great. 28, corner Liverpool. Lack of suspense there, but still, again, we're talking about pivotal moments in the game and how important set pieces can be.
Did we note that Vibes Flores is a Liverpool fan? So like during what probably the biggest game of his life for his club, he's taken notes. That's amazing.
That's dedication.
That is dedication. That's great. So moving forward, we have a few, referee blows the whistle for a foul. That's great. Another big point. Referee establishing dominance or establishing control of the game. If you were painting this picture, you would want to know, is there order in the court?
A bit late, probably, though, after the challenge on Salah.
A bit late. Not
say.
in here, but added context. I like that. No, that is a constructive criticism for Matt next time to add a little bit more context to referee blows it a little bit late. Am I right?
Next time.
Okay. Next time, yeah. Write that down so we remember that. Salah has gone down again on note 29. Seems like he'll be unable to play on. I like that he says seems like because it's very I guess, personal. He's personalized this note
But
by saying seems like.
At this point, wouldn't you go back to 27 and delete seems okay? Like, this is your opportunity now where it's you've written down saying Salah's down, he seems okay, and you're like, clearly not okay.
All notes
Just
are
delete and
But
say...
you should know that Vice for Flores is a very buttoned-up producer. So everything he does, like I sit across from him, never says a word out loud. Always comes through official channels to make sure it's documented. So that should add a little more context to you being like if he's saying, hey, let's chat about something, could easily say it out loud, wants to make sure that it's buttoned up.
He treats it like a fourth official's notebook,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a post-match report.
Exactly. This is a police report, so to speak.
So Vibes Flores is a cop.
Vibes for Flores is a cop. Is that what you're saying?
Good to know. Moving on.
Wow.
For narc. Thank you.
Office cop or real life cop?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna comment.
Huh.
But I will.
There's no way of really knowing that, Eventually we'll have a search engine where you can look up the backgrounds of people and understand where they came from so that you can better predict where you're going.
I sure hope not.
Matt, is there any other pivotal moments in here that I should take note of?
39.
Oh, there's two 39s. That's weird. There's no 40.
No, there was nothing happening.
Wait, there's two 37s. Oh, is this the minute?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. So a lot happens in these minutes then. It shows you guys. You want to talk? Okay. I don't like soccer. Not enough happens there. Here's 2 pages of notes in 90 minutes, okay? Okay, and there's 84 notes that happen in a 90-minute game. You talk about drama and you think only goals matter. All right. Here, Calen, why don't you, for our audience, read a few of some of your favorite excerpts from this book of suspense.
I mean, it's mostly focused on corner kicks from what I can tell, but...
But again, pivotal moments in the game, okay? A lot of chances come from set pieces, especially in finals.
I mean, I'm into the drama, I like some real good, descriptors here. 30, Salah walks off in tears straight down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Man. I feel like you should have, hit a couple, enters in between to add some space there just for, dramatic effect.
It's amazing because I feel like I'm celebrating you, Matt, and I feel like he's criticizing some of your things for improvement. And I think that's a good cop, bad cop. Hey, there's a reference that you'll understand. Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah,
That's what we're playing now, to improve things.
only one of those.
Pat, you've been warned multiple times on this show
I got a
that there's only certain things you're allowed to not say, and somehow you keep flirting with that line of what you're allowed to say on the show.
Yeah, I got a problem.
What else is going on with the commies today?
Let's see.
Did they send some good vibes for Flores?
There was a lot of vibes coming through.
I like
Someone
that.
asked if there was a COPA90 convention, who would you rather meet? 1 for Heath or 2 for me? And everyone's just saying 3. Like there's dozens of 3s, no joke.
I think that's Calen.
That's me, yeah.
right
By
on.
default.
I
I'm
don't
probably
blame
gonna start
them.
putting 4 in though. All right.
Anything else in there that really?
No, there's nothing left.
That's amazing. But the thing about the corners that I don't think you're actually understanding is really how important corners are in finals. And I feel like Matt was really trying to sell that point. It also gives you, if you're visually trying to contextualize a game, the end-to-end action that we're selling as a soccer game. That it's not just about the goals. It's about this drama of corner Madrid, corner Liverpool, corner Madrid. Am I right? Is that pretty accurate, Matt?
Exactly.
Sick, dude.
I feel like for those who may have missed the Champions League final, we have definitely taken you through the important parts.
You can go anywhere in the world for your updates. You can wait 3-4 days for yours and come here, and we will give you what you're looking for.
Probably more than that,
We're
yeah.
mailing copies of these out to all the.
Is it
commies
11
who asked
days?
for 'em.
Or was it last weekend?
It's like 3 days.
3 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, time flies.
Feels like a while, yeah.
Was Bale's goal the best you've seen in a final besides the goal you scored in a final?
Yeah, I closed my eyes for that. I definitely did not see that one. I am gonna
Were you on a breakaway?
It felt that way. No, I beat the line in behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to get in behind.
Nice, that's what I remember as.
But I actually think I'm not gonna give this one best ever. I'm still giving it to Zidane. I just think, I know the bicycle kick or overhead kick or whatever you call it these days is kind of, it was incredible. And the other incredible part of it too is it comes across his body, which is really impossible. It's hard to hit a ball across your body facing forward and put it on frame, let alone backwards and upside down. But I still think the Zidane one for me was even more special in the sense that the ball's in the air for about like 2 minutes. This one felt more like a reaction, but this one you had so much time to think about it. It's with his off foot, if there is such a thing for Zidane, and then takes it across his body. I don't know. I've still got to give it to Zizou just because he's a legend, but maybe I'm biased.
Do you feel bad for Karius after that match?
Sure, it's hard for people to step up in big games. I would know, playing for
And scoring.
in MLS Cup
Chicago
finals,
Fire,
pretty
Houston
much on
Dynamo.
par. No,
I've done my research.
What's that?
I was just naming the teams he played for.
no, I think you have to feel bad for him, right? Come on,
Yeah.
you don't feel bad for him?
No, I do. But I don't know, man. I feel bad for the first one, but I don't know if I can feel bad for the second one. I do, because I know I know what it feels like to. Have you missed a penalty for us in the Bowery League in the shootout? Did you miss?
Actually, no. I actually didn't even step up to take goal.
He was there. He was there and he recorded my goal.
I'm a huge fan.
I still have footage of
your
that.
guys' Bowery team. I've seen a lot. But you guys have always been good. Actually, I've seen you lose a couple finals, but that's fine. It happens.
But you saw us win a final.
I saw you win a final on your penalty kick.
Yeah.
I filmed it. It was one of the best.
still
And
have
if we
footage of
did
that.
lose them, it was definitely the goalkeeper's fault, for sure.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing a game where you guys were up like 10 goals, and what's his name from the third floor subbed in?
Halo?
Halo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Halo works in the building. Yeah. Oh yeah, you've seen Halo. Yeah, that's right.
No, Halo's
Yeah,
a
he
legend.
subbed in.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Did you feel bad for Karius? Did you watch? Be
I did.
honest.
I tweeted it from the COPA90 account. So all those amazing tweets were just this brain.
Is that what was that the day on in data where they said there was a real drop? Was it that day?
Oh, it wasn't a data meeting. So I thought I did really well. So all right, now I'm gonna retaliate and say something I'm not supposed to. Just kidding. I do feel bad for him. I mean, there were super bad mistakes, but I still feel bad for him.
But as a kid who
human level.
experienced your senior year before you went to Livorno, a 1-win season in high school, do you feel for him what it's like to go through a moment like that where you just?
Oh yeah. Oh, my life has been full of disappointment and messing up. Like today with your lunch, where I bought the wrong lunch for us. That's basically what Karius was feeling.
Wait, you don't even buy your own lunch?
No.
Dude,
See,
what's going
all
on
right.
here?
Now I have to paint the picture.
This is getting.
Let's make this
out of
quick because
hand.
I'm curious here and I'm trying to like move on.
Okay, first of all, we need to talk about the fact that you compared Karius making mistakes in the Champions League final to you just getting a lunch order correct, and the sadness that you feel when you kind of let people down.
That for me that lines up.
Okay. All right, Calen.
Taking notes.
Calen's taking notes.
You got 30 seconds.
All right. Here's what happened.
Minute 1.
We go and get smoothies, and we split a smoothie and we split a food cart, street cart, shawarma, street meat.
Kind of
okay?
romantic.
Smoothie shawarma.
Oh yeah.
This is a weird lunch already.
No, it's nice, but we get the shawarma on a salad, so it's like a salad with chicken and whatever. So, anyways, we get the smoothie. I pay for that with a card. Bam, cashless setup. We're in and out in no time. We go to the cart. Pat, who doesn't believe in cards because he thinks the government is tracking him.
That's not true. I've got attacked by frauders.
Okay,
Pat,
but they
paranoid.
My card doesn't work.
Yeah, but he usually has cash on him because his bank has only one location in Manhattan, and so he's got to carry a lot of cash to get him through, and his cards are always frozen. This is 100% true.
I pay my rent in cash. I live in a very bad way.
Yeah.
Going on.
All right. So moving forward, we get to the cart, and it's what he thinks is $6. He's only got $5, so we don't get to get the lunch. So we got to go upstairs. He gets 4 quarters because he thinks he's cool because that'll make his $5 have $6.
I don't think
we go
it's
down
cool,
again.
just 4 quarters equals
because I had a
$1.
lot of cash that he could have used. I had cash in my fanny pack because that's what fanny packs are for. And so then we go back down. He's got $6. The meal is $7, so we're still short. Okay.
Well,
we go back upstairs again. Okay. No. He decides then that he's just gonna order with what he can.
This is so uninteresting.
Instead of getting lamb and chicken like we always do, he just gets the chicken, which is $6,
chicken's
and
$6
asks for it over rice.
No,
okay?
I
we don't
know,
do
okay.
rice. We don't do carbs in this office. We're a carb-free office.
I'm not gonna comment anymore because we need to get over this story. But I asked for chicken over salad.
Anyways, I guilt him for a good 20-30 minutes while he eats his chicken over rice.
But it's not like
because
guilt,
he
like
won't
you're
return it.
abusive. Like you tell me you tell me about how bad I am in like all aspects of my life.
Chicken over salad. Guilt. No carbs. Okay?
Yeah.
We're gaining followers on this story.
Okay. So the whole point is,
Are people still watching this?
Yeah. Pat then feels bad and
Is what
goes
they're here
back
for.
to the bank to get cash out to go finish the order that he was
I gotta
supposed to do in the
correct you.
first place.
My
but
card
his card was
doesn't work.
frozen, so he didn't come back with any food. So this is 3 times in a row that my stomach is turning hungry and he doesn't deliver.
Okay, I gotta correct the last part. I did not go to the bank because I knew my debit card is frozen because I got attacked by frauders. So I went to Dwayne Reed with my credit card to see if I could get cash back, but I couldn't because I have a secured credit card that I had to put a deposit on because no one trusts me in the government because it's a big anti-Cosmos conspiracy.
There is probably 2 or 3% truth in
That's
that.
incredible. Cosmos conspiracy. I was waiting for us to get to like, all right, how does this all make sense? And I was like, okay.
All right. Anyway,
Is
I'm frustrated now.
Do you think this Real Madrid, since you live tweeted the final, this is the best team ever, Champions League team ever?
Oh, that was quick to get back at that. I mean, they've won a lot.
Why are you looking to Matt as if
Because
he's
he's
going to
my
validate what
mentor.
you're saying? He's your mentor?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it checks out, right? They've won 4 in 5 years, and it wasn't the same starting lineup this year and last year. I mean, it's a really good team. There'd be no way of knowing.
What about like the Fergie EPL 3-peat, 06 to 09, Barcelona
Yeah, we got a
8 to
full
11?
screen.
Pep's first year, he won the treble.
Yeah, I mean, there's people in the comments saying that like best team ever. Let me find.
Here's
actual
a
comment.
question for you, Calen. What's harder, winning a treble in 1 year or Champions League 3 years in a row?
Wow. Definitely 3 years in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
But you never see anybody winning trebles anymore because of how hard it is to manage a schedule.
It's hard to manage the schedule, rotate the squad, but I just think to be that good over a long period of time is ridiculous, especially when you think of, it helps when you have unlimited funds, but especially when you think of just the arms race amongst teams to be able to like challenge for the Champions League every year.
Are you saying that money is controlling the game right now? That's what it sounds like.
It would seem that way, yeah. Actually, definitely that's what I'm saying.
What is an arms race, Pat? You have a degree in history.
Oh, yeah, in the,
I don't have a
in the
degree.
corner, what's the corner called? over
What is an arms
Socialist
race?
corner. It's a race to grow as many arms as possible and become a spider.
It's the opposite of a foot race.
It's the opposite of a foot race. That's basically.
Dude, that's his one dad joke for the day, and that has to stop now.
Jack, very
2
good.
dad jokes?
Can they
Gotta
hear?
go
Can the
home.
commies hear that? Can they hear you guys?
I would love
He's
to be
at
able
the
to have a
opposite-
camera to be able to cut to the control room for you three guys just sitting over there.
Andrew deserves it.
Oh God, look at Dash jealous behind the window over there wanting to come inside.
Dash, oi, oi, Chelsea.
Oi, oi, Chelsea. So there's some soccer supervillains out there right now. There's an Egyptian.
Full screen.
What?
Full screen. Compare those best teams.
Oh, okay. Let's compare them. Thank you.
Definitely.
So there you go.
What is it? What's the silver things? I can't see
That's
that.
so much information. That's awesome.
Who made this?
I'm actually just enjoying
Can
this.
I meet the person who
Arsenal
made
were
this?
great because they were invincibles, but like 62% win percentage is not phenomenal. But you know, I don't know which one's your favorite there, Calen. Since we're here,
You know, I'm partial to, I gotta say, the Pep Guardiola Barcelona team, and it's mostly because all these teams are so close as far as where they're at, you know, trophy-wise, all just incredible. But I would say the way they played, I think they changed football for the globe, and really kind of how, you know, the game is being played, and a whole style that's been imitated since then, or tried to at least. So I would have to give the edge on style points to Barcelona here.
fair enough. Pat, what do you think? What do the commies think
A
actually?
lot of the commies are saying, Omar says Barca, Dak says Barca. A lot of Barca. Someone
Yeah.
says Arsenal invincible.
I think that was a very pivotal moment in soccer in the U.S. in general when that team happened, because that's when we first started saying like, play like Barcelona. You know, I think. I mean, maybe it happened a little bit before that, but it really cemented that you could play beautifully and win at the same time. Because it was always one or the other. If you were an Arsenal fan anyway, you know you could play beautiful, but you weren't going to win anything.
Can I say this is a funny story, but I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I remember being in Chicago playing for the Fire, and I believe our coach at the time was Carlos de los Cobos, who I'm not afraid to say I was not the biggest fan of.
Okay.
And
You hated him.
Yes. And he was like, I think once
You're
I...
live. They
That's
see
all right.
you.
That's okay.
He watches this show.
Say I hate, and then say the person's name.
But
I just wanted to clarify that.
He's sitting in his house right now with his mouth wide open, like,
Wait, I thought
Yeah.
we were boys. What
Yeah.
happened? Yeah.
That story took a turn from
Yeah.
the start. All
I
right.
remember it was like the last game of the season. We were playing against Chivas USA. Were you on this Chivas team?
I think you mean
2010?
LAFC 1.0.
Oh, okay, sorry.
They get so mad you can't say that. I stopped
Neither
saying that.
team was anywhere near the playoffs, and I remember him saying, "I like the way this Chivas team plays, and like they play like Barcelona a little bit, like
What
keep
year
the
was that?
ball and stuff." 2010.
Dude, no, I was there 2011.
he was so
Are you sure it
excited.
wasn't
I
2011?
feel like he felt you coming and was like, "They're gonna play beautiful."
Well, that's why
This is
they
gonna
brought
be
me in
incredible."
2011 because they're like, we need add pieces to
final
this Barca,
piece.
yeah, Barca-esque.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, this has gone too far. Like, there's nobody on this field that's playing anything like Barcelona at the time. Neither of us were even in the playoffs, so a dark time, but I appreciate you letting me air that out here.
I'm glad you got that out.
Don't at me, Carlos de los
You
Cobos.
got a little hate
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
and you got a little dislike out also. So that's good. Both those things are important to get out from time to time. Pat, what's going on over there, dude?
I want to thank Emilian, who broke down what an arms race actually was. An arms race was between the U.S. and Soviets to build as many nuclear weapons. I love those guys. I love real comments. Thank you.
Real comments from real people. That's why we do it, right? That's why they're called the commies.
What else we got over here? Aaron West saying Juan Roman Riquelme might be the most criminally underrated footballer in history.
Was he underrated though? He played at Barcelona,
I don't know.
and he's probably the most famous player ever in the history of Boca Juniors.
Little thing about me, I saw him score a goal in person.
Really?
At La Bombonera from a inside the box goalie handball. So it was like a 4-yard blast.
Really?
A free kick. It was
That's
sick.
tight. I remember he was
Who
probably
cares?
2 performances that I ever saw from him. One was in Copa America. I was on the bench, front row seat. People think that being on the bench sucks, but when you're in a tournament and you're playing against Argentina and you know you have a better ticket than anybody else. Actually, Marvell tweeted that once when we were playing in the Confederations Cup, and Bob Bradley was not happy because he tweeted like, I don't know, front row, like best seat in the house or something like that I don't know. You could see how that could be taken wrong without it being a voice.
It's
added
like
to
the
it.
equivalent of trading jerseys at halftime.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did
it's
real
just,
do that?
oh yeah. And you play against Messi, like I feel like players on Chile do that. It's like they're like, oh, I want to trade with Messi
retrospect-
before it's too late. Because at the end of the match, you know you're not going to get
Yeah,
it. It's too late.
I tried to get Robinho's. We agreed on it. And when Eddie Johnson ran over and traded it after the game, I realized I should have done it at halftime.
It's not the first time you've called out.
I ended up
Eddie
getting
Johnson.
Lucio's, which was like basically a nightgown, went down past my knees.
What's the best kit you've traded in a friendly match or official match? For style-wise or player-wise, either way.
Well, I have an Ashley Cole one, which is cool because it's embroidered, and they were like the early adopters of embroidery outside of like major tournaments. That was a friendly at Wembley, so it has like Wembley on it and like whatever, which is pretty cool.
That's dope.
I think my favorite one is Kun Aguero. Traded that one. It's just like an Argentina kit with his number on it, but
Where was this game played?
East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Ooh.
The Meadowlands.
I've heard good things.
You mean New
Yeah.
York?
Oh, my
A
guy.
little fun, a little deep one.
Cosmopolitans.
No, I was born in New Jersey. Shout out. Anyway, do you have it framed or anything?
I've always found that weird, by the way, that your shape, the years that you were formed, you were in Vermont.
100%.
But when people ask where you're from, you always say first, I was born in New Jersey but raised in Vermont, as if those are like two different countries, and you need to clarify that when you could just be like, I'm
There's a
from
whole
Vermont.
state between them. Yeah, I usually say I'm from Vermont.
No,
but
you don't.
do I?
Almost every time I've been around you, you're like, well, I grew up in Jersey, but then I moved to Vermont when I was like 12.
I've
Is that true?
never been to Vermont. Now,
What's the best? You wanna come? You
what's
can-
it
Oh,
like?
great. Guess
It's
what?
great.
He's going to invite you every
What's
weekend.
it like up there?
It's the best. It's paradise. If
It's
you
up,
like-
right? Up.
Hey,
Up there?
stop laughing. You should come, and you can stay at my house. I've invited everyone in this office to come to my house, and no one ever comes. So if
Really?
you want to be the first, I'm not even joking. This sounds like a joke. I would invite all the commies, but I don't know all you yet. But you guys can also come. But you should come.
Okay.
All right, so let's start
We
with
can
you
swim.
guys asking in the comments for Pat's phone number. We'll make sure, Jack, you good to throw that in there? Start a WhatsApp group so that we can just keep in touch with those guys. Let you guys know when the best weekend is. That way, I'm serious. Let's just get Pat's number up.
I'll just host a festival. Charge like $3 a head. I'll make like $40.
Well, like a music festival?
Or whatever. Cheese.
He doesn't take cards though.
It doesn't
Yes.
take cards.
So
though.
Yeah, we take
It's
credit
like
cards, but
T-Ball.
only secured credit cards.
That's true. So the lower third, I'm reading this one because Jack told us a little fun fact about how when he was at his previous job, that he would like really focus on writing really punchy headlines in the lower third and got really good at maximizing space with characters. And this one says, Ramos ruined Salah's Saturday with Stone Cold Stunner, which is so well written and there's no more space left in that.
That reminds me of like what I was writing down earlier with you guys with the chicken salad, no carbs. What would the headline be? Cosmos conspiracy.
Cosmos
Can we
conspire.
fit that? Can we get this up on the thing? Cosmos conspiracy, chicken salad, no.
Cosmos conspire against chicken salads with no carbs.
Wow.
Jack's on it.
Jack's
That's
on it. Can you get that in there,
Jack.
Jack?
That's pretty much it.
Just let me see if we can fit that in there. Does that fit? Can I get a quick number crunch on that?
A lot of
Wait
good one.
for it. Wait.
Okay, we'll wait for that. Jack's typing 3 letters.
What is this being typed out for? My festival?
Who's the biggest villain in world soccer right now? After this Ramos thing, Stone Cold Stunner, Salah. Was it actually vicious? Did he try to hurt him? A lot of people saying that. There's a $1 billion lawsuit right now from an Egyptian lawyer for trying to injure Mo Salah. And apparently he's going to be fit anyway, but it's worth suing. It's worth following through at this point.
Yeah. I thought it looked kind of intentional. I mean, I don't think he was intending to break his, or what is the injury again?
It's a shoulder ligament injury.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he wanted, I wouldn't say I think he wanted to, like, hurt him, but he definitely, like, wanted to foul him hard, right?
Are you taking a stance on this, or are you just sort of like repeating what I
I
said
played
already?
left back, and I did that move plenty of times.
Okay. So you don't think it was malicious?
I do think that it might have not been malicious if he wanted it to be.
Oh, I like that response. You're just right down the fairway, which is the safest place for you to be specifically after all of the warnings you've had about
I've
some
had
of
a
the
lot
things
of
you
warnings.
say. Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't. Caleb said not to say that.
Pat did say to me though that how nice it is to be at a company where a warning you actually like somebody goes like you need to stop saying some of the stuff you say, and then we all move on from it, as opposed to just firing him, which is like kind of a nice thing, right? Like in the world that we're living in at the moment until we have to fire him.
Yeah, it's coming.
Second chances, yeah.
It's coming.
But how many chances do you get?
Well,
I'm out of control.
He's had a few warnings. Do you think he's taking it for granted, or he's just not learning?
I don't know. I feel like it's like you don't want to go too corporate, you know, with like people having their lunches bought for. I'm not naming names, but having their lunches bought for them, and you know, Copa's growing and getting big, a bigger profile, bigger stars. But you still need la gente, you know, the people. And
I feel you.
I feel like Pat's keeping it real for us.
That's me, and I'll take all the discipline from Flores that I need to get to that point. I don't know what I said.
Makes sense. I like that. Did we
still
get that
respect
headline
him.
written yet?
Kalen, I really appreciate that solidarity.
Is it coming? Okay, you guys let me know. Will you use the IFB? Because this thing's been in my ear for a while. It's not that comfortable, and you're not using it right now. I'd love to
I
hear.
was wondering why I had
What's
this.
the headline again?
Oh, that's for when we're gonna roll some of the stuff, guys. By the way, we are gonna be talking about "It's a Movement," which is a play on words for what we're gonna do with talk about with Calen here in a second. But can we show? Let's talk about who the biggest villain in MLS is.
That's a good one.
Who's the most hated in MLS?
For me, or just in general? Because then I'll just do in general.
How's your
I think we should do both. I think we should all do both.
Okay.
I'm gonna think of mine.
of like
This is
global
hard.
or
No,
MLS?
MLS.
This is hard, actually.
Most hated.
MLS, like the villain.
I mean, I say it's Felipe.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Where is he now?
I think
Vancouver?
Felipe-
Vancouver?
Yeah, Vancouver. But I think he's also been voted the biggest villain, basically, or like
yeah.
player hated the most
Yeah.
to play against, or something
Yeah.
like that. Because he's scrappy. He runs his mouth a lot. He kicks you a lot. He's always in your face. He's got a big engine, and he will piss you off over 90 minutes. But
Who was voted most overrated in MLS? There was that player vote.
Gio.
It was Gio dos
Was it Gio?
Santos. He's like the nicest guy ever.
who was
You can't
underrated?
beat
Wasn't
him.
Dax on the underrated list?
Yeah. I feel like he got voted in just because he's a redhead.
So who's your biggest villain?
Everybody knows Dax is good. Biggest villain. I'm trying to think.
Current players, right?
Wow, you only work in MLS non-stop.
I
You
know.
afraid to take a stance right now?
No, no.
You can use your
I
one.
already called out my former manager.
Yeah, but he's former, dude.
Okay.
And we've called him out so many times on the show. He's one
I'm
of our
gonna
great. He engages with us more than anybody. So.
I'm struggling. Make sure I go last. I gotta think about this.
I'm gonna
Jermaine
go ahead
Jones.
and say.
But he's not in the league
current. Yeah.
Kyle Beckerman. I mean, he's one that fights with everybody for a long time. I don't know
Yeah.
in the last few years.
I'm cool with it. I mean, I don't know him at all, but I'm cool with him. I don't mind him. I feel like that's how he rolls. Mark Birch used to bother me
Yeah,
a lot.
I could see that.
I remember getting subbed into an Open Cup game against DC when he was there, and it was extra time, and he immediately started talking trash to me.
Wow.
Like, and I was like, dude, I just walked on the field. Like, how do you already hate me?
Yeah.
I think he was just being, and I asked a couple people like that. Bobby Boswell is like really good friends with him, and he's like, yeah, that's right, yeah.
That makes sense. Actually, you want to hear a funny story about Jermaine Jones? When he came up to Montreal, I was playing with Felipe. Felipe
Oh, I
was
tore my
running his
ACL
mouth
that
to him.
game too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Jeez,
Oh,
this is super dark, dude. We can't go down memory lane.
Tell you what.
But Felipe was barking at Jermaine Jones, and Jermaine Jones was speaking to me in German in front of Felipe, saying like, "Who is this kid, and why is he running his mouth so much?" It was like halftime, going back out into the zone. He's like, "This kid won't stop. He will not stop talking. You know what?" What's that?
Scheisse.
Yeah, Scheisse. Yeah. Can you say that?
Yeah. Just like,
You know when they do that on TV, where like, "Can you say that word?" and everybody laughs. Let's try it again, and you guys laugh, okay? Scheisse, can you say that? Okay, you guys get the reference. All right. No, but it was funny to hear that because you guys both gave both of them a shout in this conversation. But do you not have somebody then, or?
Well, I mean, yeah, Mark Birch is still in the league.
Okay, Mark Birch.
so,
What
yeah.
about you?
I'm struggling. I can't think of like a good villain.
Didn't you say you watch more MLS than anybody in our office?
I do. That's a fact.
That's not a fact.
It is a fact. Who watches more than me?
Me,
No, you don't.
for sure.
100%. I'll text you like, you watching this game, and you'll be like, no, man, you watch so much more MLS than me.
Is that how the tax conversation goes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
God.
great.
that's a
That's
good
my
one.
winner.
Will Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
He gets under people's skin.
he's a scrapper too.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the definition of villain that we're using? Like, generally disliked or like dirty player?
I don't know. Do you watch superhero movies?
Not really. I watched
You just watch MLS.
I watched the Infinity Wars, and I fell asleep through the middle part. But the beginning and the end were wild.
But what do the villains?
Did you
What are
watch
they
Wonder
typically
Woman?
known for?
I haven't watched Wonder Woman. They're
Oh, don't.
I'm not going.
Don't do.
I'm not.
Okay.
But the villain, dude, you know, here's my villain. I'm just gonna say it. David Villa.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh man.
Implicated.
Just don't like him.
Okay, fair enough.
That's just me. But I like him. He's a great guy.
Do we have any? Oh, look, we have a lower third. Cosmos conspiracy against chicken salad with no carbs. Calen Carr's COPA90 correspondence.
We've warped what a Cosmos conspiracy is.
I guess Calen was supposed to read that one then.
That's
when I got
good.
to Calen Carr's
Wait, did you ever say
COPA90
your villain?
correspondence. What?
You never said your villain.
I did.
Who?
Who did I say?
No, you didn't. No.
You never did.
Felipe.
Oh yeah, you did. He said that was the
Felipe,
first
yeah.
You
one.
guys not paying attention?
I know. I thought that was like a preliminary.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
I think we have a photo of one that's trying to that Stat Jack at least thought was potentially the villain, the biggest villain. I didn't understand how that became a villain. I thought like league's biggest hero. Can we throw that photo up? Alan Gordon.
Oh.
So
Wait.
For-
what's happening here?
okay, so I believe the caption said something like these boots are so comfortable you can wear them anywhere. The problem is that the zoom feature exists and you can see a lot more than you're supposed to see on Instagram. However, this is not villainy, in my opinion. This is heroic, if you will. Pushing a brand forward the way he is and being as progressive as he is. Would you say he's a villain for that?
No, yeah, hero.
Unless it was an attempt to disrespect the brand, which I don't think it was because I think he's an Adidas guy.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure they were.
It's been since
psyched about
deleted,
that.
but I want to know who advised to delete it.
I would guess someone at Adidas. If I were to go out on a, you know.
Can you guys Photoshop my face onto that and then post it back up again?
It's a sick photo.
It is.
He looks good.
Before it got deleted, I had commented on there, I'm not going to lie, I zoomed.
I zoomed.
I zoomed.
I zoomed first
It was a
thing.
natural
See the-
two-finger zoom.
It's a boot launch.
Yeah, it's a boot launch.
On
You
the
wanna
face.
see it, what?
On the face?
No, on the boot. It's comfortable.
Were they studs?
I want to see what makes the boot comfortable. Yeah, were they studs? But there's just a lot to take in. What did his tattoo say? It was hard to see because I think he used some filters that made it a little bit harder.
We're saying he's a villain.
Jack was saying he was a villain. I was saying he was a hero.
Yeah, I think he's a hero.
He would be the protagonist, right?
Well, he's also he gets subbed on late in games and scored goals, so he's kind of like
He is a villain in that sense.
Yeah.
But he was a villain amongst villains. There was like multiple villains, right?
Isn't there an aspect to this though that the villain, if he's on your team, is the hero?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what
your hero. He's your villain.
I want to clarify because there's people mad at me in the comments for saying Villa is a villain, but I'm saying like he scores on everybody, you know. So like.
Oh, I
if
feel like you're backing out of your own personal reason why you.
Oh,
think
I
he's
have
a
very
villain.
very personal reasons.
Yeah.
But no, I mean if you're a fan of any team in MLS, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to play against David Villa, making him a villain. But if you like NYCFC, then you're probably like, yeah, this guy rules.
Yeah, I think it's personal. I can
Yeah, it sounds
I can
personal.
feel it. I
It
can
sounds
feel
like you're
it
kind
coming
of like
off
working.
you.
You want to change guys? It's that easy. Just
No,
say you
I'm
want to
just
change
defending.
guys.
I
No,
need
you're
a-
not defending it. You're.
I need a chance.
I'd like to
explain.
take an opportunity to apologize to Mark Birch. To be honest,
Let's just actually all take a second, because
Yeah, I take it back.
just in case, I feel like if he ends up in New York eventually in men's league, I just like don't want to deal
Totally.
with. I don't want any problems. So
Yeah.
I'm a guy that says a lot of things
Well,
in the
I think-
moment that I shouldn't say, and then I have to go back and say that I didn't say them. But the internet never lies.
Yeah, I mean, I
I will not apologize to Carlos de los Cobos though.
Yeah, see, that's personal. I think I'm at a point, though, that I realized that Stat Jack is like writing notes during these shows. And before it used to live as a live show and then be done. But now we're actually bringing up a lot of the past and then using that as promotional material for future shows.
Oh, no.
And some of that stuff, you start to go like, yeah, I should probably kind of dial it in a little bit
Yeah.
because anything and everything is fair game. Which has actually made it really funny because self-deprecation, even though that's not self-deprecation, that's deprecation of others from myself, is a good thing for you, not to be too serious, you know. As you can tell, we've covered a lot of soccer stuff here today, and so we pride ourselves in being extreme expert analysts. So we want to make sure that everybody knows what we're doing. And Vibes for Flores just did the move it on thing to me, which means move it on. Calen,
Yeah.
the movement.
Oh,
okay.
man.
What have you been up to lately?
Love the
yes.
energy, man. I have been traveling all around, actually. We began in the UK, spent a couple weeks over there. We were hanging out with Jack Harrison, Jeff Cameron, and We couldn't get DeAndre Yedlin, actually, he was gone. But Arlo White, we went to COPA90 in the UK. Those guys were awesome, by the way. Shout out to Ellie and Vuj and the whole crew over there. I saw the whole
Tom
list.
Thurwell.
Tom Thurwell. I saw this whole list, by the way, of the beer pong rankings from your guys' holiday over there. Aaron West at the top for all of COPA90.
Is that true?
It's
Yes.
funny, right before you said that, I got a message from Aaron West that said, "Can you tell Calen I love him?" So just keep that in mind.
Wow. Aaron West. I mean, did you feel it coming back and forth there?
Yeah, that's how vibes work.
That's serious right there.
Big time.
Wow. Aaron won that?
Yeah, and everyone was talking about it too. They couldn't stop talking about his performance.
To be fair, Aaron was homeschooled, so when he got to college, he really, really dove straight into a lot of those things.
That
so,
Christmas trip
he
brought
became nearly professional, I believe, at
I
it.
feel like with
Was
the
that-
tank
was that-
top, you get a better. You don't get you can get some of the angles a little easier.
The funny thing is, you can actually imagine that guy at the party that's like, I wear a tank top because the sleeve throws my throw
It's a
off.
performance
Yeah.
piece. It's not
Yeah.
a style. It's for performance.
Yeah, exactly. That person literally exists.
That
And he's
Christmas,
on a Barstool post right now.
that COPA90 Christmas party in London brought out the best in a lot of people. I mean, do you remember I'm just gonna say this really quick. Shout out to Martin Howden. A lot of the commies won't know who he is, but it's the guys behind the scenes that make things happen, and he had one of the best goalkeeping performances I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And he's a father.
So back to the movement.
Yeah.
So back to the movement.
Thank you. Wow.
back.
That one was about to derail.
Yeah,
And Pat is now under the table.
I'm
cut
under the
back.
table. No, back to the movement. Just go.
No,
Go
but-
back to the movement.
The whole piece was around, and you can find it on YouTube if you go on MLS YouTube channel, The Movement. The whole piece was kind of looking at the relationship between the U.S. and the U.K. from the media perspective, which is why we went to COPA90, and also looking at the relationship of players going back and forth. But I kind of want to ask you guys, because I didn't get a chance to interview you in the movement, was you guys deal with covering, of course, the global game and MLS. I'm covering mostly just MLS. But I know you guys deal with commenters all the time that say, oh, it's football, mate, it's not soccer, and you get a lot of that attitude. But also, COPA90 seems like the type of place, from talking to people even over there, that they were taking interest in, like, you know, Ellie was saying, like, oh, it's a trip, what's happening in Atlanta, like, 2 Chainz, like, everything's going on. Of course, Aaron's piece on that, which was awesome. How have you experienced it working here and dealing with kind of your guys' commenters?
Oh, yeah, man. They're everywhere. Commenters are everywhere. Good, bad, indifferent. But, you know, obviously the football-soccer argument is one that we like to not engage with anymore, because this isn't 2006 where you have to fight for that type of stuff. People have sort of picked it up, whether it's for, you know, they pick an MLS team abroad because, you know, it's a group of little hipster friends that want to support whatever colors or whatever the city stands for, the people stand for, those types of things. Also getting behind, like, a team like Atlanta because of, like, the culture around it, or the culture of the city, or just, like, the current theme of what's going on down there, or kind of being brought to light. I think people are all coming at different passion points, which is a cool thing, and people are just more comfortable. We're no longer having to be like, oh, yeah, you're a Liverpool fan, like, oh, where in Liverpool are you from, you know? And if
Right.
not, then, like, you're not allowed to wear this hat. Like,
Yeah.
that's a passion point that can bring you into the game, and I think we're experiencing more and more positivity around that, but you always get those haters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, yeah, it's always people saying, like, it's football, not soccer. But I also, like, just speaking for, like, going to, for example, I was in Argentina, like, last month, and sure, when we're in Europe, we get more of the, like,
But it's just amazing how often you brag about how often you travel. So you told
I'm
the
not gonna finish
Bombonera
this
story
now.
from a few years ago.
I'm
You
not
were in
gonna finish
Argentina
this.
last month.
No,
what I was
in
going
on
to
this.
say was, we go to Europe, and, like, I think there's still, like, a little bit of skepticism of American soccer. And then, like, it's refreshing to go to, like, other footballing, soccering giants like Argentina and see, like, go to Rosario and see, like, Atlanta United kits and Columbus Crew kits kind of, like, genuinely, like, kind of all over the place. And
That's
it's, like, just seeing the respect for the game here, no matter what you call it, grow is internationally is very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Calen, you've got a new episode of The Movement coming out tomorrow, right?
Yes.
What should we expect from this one?
So this one, we kind of took a different look at it. So basically, with the U.S. not making the World Cup, we decided to go try and search for answers as to how it didn't happen, but also how can we maybe find and unearth some talent that isn't really being looked at. So we went to Hawaii with Brian Ching, the only Hawaiian ever to make it to the World Cup. We played together in Houston. And it was kind of a look at, like, look, a lot of the problems that exist for us as a footballing nation, soccer nation here in the U.S. is, you know, access, opportunity, pay to play, getting exposure, and then getting into underrepresented minorities who might not have the same opportunities because of that system to be able to get a chance to play. Well, Hawaii, there's no place where you don't, it's like a microcosm of that because it's isolated, completely far away, and it faces a lot of problems. So we kind of looked at that through Brian Ching's story as, you know, potentially a way of looking ahead towards maybe like a new opportunity for people that haven't had it so far.
That's awesome. And I think we have a teaser of that we can show.
Isolated in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, with limited resources, access, and opportunity to play the beautiful game, Hawaii is in many ways a microcosm of the problems many face on the mainland. With the U.S. missing out on the World Cup and MLS clubs here for preseason's Pacific Rim Cup, I figured now was the perfect time to come to the last place you'd think for talent. Maybe just for that reason, exactly where we should all look. Catch new episodes every Thursday. Isolated.
That's awesome, man.
Super cool.
I'm excited to watch
Yeah,
this.
thanks
Can
for
I get a sneak peek?
yeah, I mean that was it, man.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'll give you a little screener, but that was the episode, man, and it comes out tomorrow, and it's cool. There's, as a note, Seattle Sounders have Hawaii as their homegrown territory now.
Really?
So they're going over there to try and find players, and they've got a couple kids. There's one kid on S2 right now who's kind of blowing up, Shandon Hapau, who's 19 years old, who's starting to blow up a little bit in the lower league. So it's cool.
When I was in college in Portland, we had a lot of Hawaiian and Guamese. Are they Guamese? Guamanian?
Guamanian, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. At my school, it was like a huge population there between Portland and Seattle. A lot of them go to college.
Well, if you look at in other sports like college football, you go to Berkeley or Oregon, Mariota, all these guys have come from the islands and have this like incredible talent and ability, but they're all playing football. So getting them to get involved in the other football also, I think, is like the next step for Hawaii. And there's a bunch of cool other things like there's a cool soccer shop, Paradise Soccer Club. Check them out on Instagram.
They got a cool Instagram.
A lot of stuff happening there.
That's cool.
How cool is Brian Ching?
Yeah, Brian Ching's
Effortlessly cool. Every time I see him, which is that one time, I was like, that guy's sick.
Yeah.
He's pretty chill.
Do you know there was a professional team in Hawaii in 1977 in the old NASL?
Really?
Folded after 1 year, but must have been sick that 1 year.
Were you there?
I wish I was there,
That would be cool.
but
No, that Paradise
What was the
Soccer
name of their
Club.
team?
Team Hawaii.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So they have a throwback that at Soccer Shop. They had like a throwback kit for that. So
Yeah.
you definitely.
That's-
I need to see that on the next
We got to get one of those.
Sit Talk. Yeah.
So there's a new team in MLS coming soon. You were there to take it all in. Cincinnati.
Yes.
What was that like for you yesterday? What are you expecting from them? Do you think they'll be playing against Columbus next year?
Whoa. So it was, first of all, I would say it was cool to be there. And as a primer, I got to give a shout out to Pat for watching. I watched his video, which is on COPA90 US. Make sure to go rewatch that, which was awesome, kind of to get a sense.
Shout outs on our own stuff. This is amazing.
Really, yeah, I'm not just plugging my own stuff. Come
love
on,
it.
this is a couple fans.
Thank you
Mad
for
team.
recognizing me. They don't.
Yeah.
They try to not recognize me around here, but
I
really
didn't
appreciate
name
it.
drop you there yet, but mainly just because I didn't want to have to deal with the questions about your personal life. But it was cool, man. They had a big brewery. Taylor Twellman was hyping up the crowd as only he can, and the commissioner was there. I was sort of joking, like a lot of times the commissioner will, he's not the most. He personally is like a really awesome dude, but fans, they always are like, oh, the commish and stuff like that. But when you show up and you're there for the announcement, everybody's like going berserk for him. He was like a rock star yesterday. And it was pretty cool to see, just like talking to people about how this has started to grow before, looking at them in the Open Cup and that run and watching that video you guys did. And then to see it kind of beginning to happen, it's cool.
It is pretty interesting when you talk about, and this is a slippery slope to go down, but commissioners are a necessary evil within a league. In every sport in the U.S., people don't like the commissioner because they have to make the hard decisions that nobody wants to hear, right? And they are the one that's sort of the face of anything that a franchise or a city or a place doesn't get. They're naturally going to be angry with the commissioner. Everything is the commissioner's fault, as if he's in a lair somewhere by himself making all these decisions. But for new franchises and new cities, this is an opportunity, and you're seeing it. Like, who was it before? Was it Atlanta where they were having the big heads of Don?
I think that was actually Cincinnati the last time.
Last time?
Yeah, it was like when he was visiting.
Oh,
for
yeah,
a
he was like
visit.
courting him.
Yeah.
No, it was outside. No, it was outside of MLS's office. Was that Cincinnati?
Oh,
No, that was somebody different.
Maybe it was the Rowdies.
Maybe it was Austin.
No, there were a bunch of people.
Somebody was standing outside of
It's a thing. I mean, the teams that
420
are
Fifth Ave.
teams that are after MLS expansion spots are pretty prone
Yeah.
to.
Because it's a completely different perspective. It's
Yeah.
a new opportunity for you, which is pretty
Totally.
awesome.
Yeah, and they deserve it. Really, like if you look at Cincinnati and what they've been able to build over the last 2-3 years, I mean, it's unreal to see that. I don't know. It still trips me out. I mean, even from when we played in MLS, to look at how the sport has changed to the way that like teams can really start from scratch, and that Atlanta United, and I was just at LAFC last weekend too and saw them play, and I know another shout out to your piece out there, that was awesome, and it like we just it's amazing to me to see how fast it's growing. It's a bit bittersweet just because I'm like, man, I wish I could play in some of these awesome environments, but the cool part of what I'm doing now and what we're all doing is that you do get to be a part of it, and you do get to go out and witness it firsthand.
Do you think there's a point, Pat or Calen, that the teams that are stuck in MLS 1.0, there is a moment of accountability for them to like shiza or get off the pot?
Can we say that?
Can I say that? Giggle.
I think the pressure is natural and healthy. I think.
But is there a pressure?
Absolutely. I mean, when you see what's happening at LAFC, look at the pressure that is put on the Galaxy. Like, just right there, they've got the most. And if you're going to have pressure on any team, or feel like you shouldn't have pressure, the Galaxy have got the most cups of anybody, But they're like, wow, we're going to have to defend our turf. And then they go out, they get Zlatan. That El Tráfico game was like mind-boggling, awesome.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
freaking out. It was a trip. And I was actually in Manchester the week before doing that movement episode and interviewed Zlatan before the announcement. And he was saying,
It's weird. I never got a text from you being like, hey, we're interviewing Zlatan. You should pop by and maybe ask a question.
I had to
us."
like.
Did you? Pat, did you get a text?
Oh, I never got that.
Yeah.
Actually, I
had to,
did. I just
Feels
was
good to
busy.
be important, huh? Feels good to be important. No, but anyway, sorry. You were
I
saying?
just signed my life away. But he was saying all this outlandish stuff to me about just like, I'm coming to conquer the U.S. And like I was just sitting there along for the ride. And I walked away being like, first of all, there was a real life lion at the shoot. And then he was like name dropping himself as the lion and talking about conquering and all this stuff like that. And I was like, I walked away from that day and was like, that was a trip.
Yeah.
And then the next week I saw him in LA and I was like, oh, he really was not messing around. Like he was for real. Like he really did it.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I think that that sort of dynamic of push and pull and trying to push people along is important, because it really, you would think it would lift all parties, hopefully. But.
Well, speaking of high pressure, we've got a new generation of young players in the national team. Did you guys at home, or wherever you are watching this show, did you guys get a chance to watch the U.S. team? Did you get a chance to see this young group dismantle a very bad, quite frankly, Bolivia team? Do you think that there's enough players to balance out the pressure that we're going to be putting on them? Because I am going to be chucking pressure on these young players to be like, yeah, I need more every single day. I need more.
You want the next Heath Pierce now.
Yeah, fiending, dude. Anthony Robinson, is that his name?
Yeah.
That's the next Heath Pierce.
Wow.
You know.
Okay, I could see it. He's got some sauce.
Sometimes I still go on to like old soccer blogs and see what people are saying about me from like 2006.
That's
Dang.
it's not good.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. But
You should.
there is always that comparison, especially for left back. There's always that new comparison of like it was Greg Garza and then it was all these things. And my whole thing is just like, get to that 35 number, dude, and then you can talk.
It's a big number.
Dang.
They're not
33.
even
That's
talking
what's
anyway.
up.
I'm just creating like these imaginary
Yeah,
like
you're
battles
just
of
like-
people like at home in the shower,
Who's the NBA?
like saying to myself when I'm in the shower, like if they come into my face, say something to me, and it's like these guys don't even know.
Didn't
I
the
exist,
NBA GM just get busted out for having a burner account and like talking trash on his own
Colangelo.
players? Yeah, Colangelo did, right? So there's like,
So. Really?
yeah, he was like
That's so cool.
talking about his own guys with a
Oh, his
burner.
own guys.
His own
Oh my
players, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, he
And
had
like
5
defending
accounts.
himself.
They said he had 5 accounts.
Yeah, that's like a personality issue. Like, we need to go a layer deeper than just being like an angry fan, because 5 accounts, that's a lot of work.
How many Heath Pierce burner accounts do you have to like talk trash on like the next emerging U.S. men's national team left back?
Dude, if you really think about it, right? you could hire somebody to create 50 accounts, and every time you tweet something, they champion you, and every time somebody says something bad, it's like the crew that you like send out into the replies of any sort of tweet that just goes after people.
That's how I got verified on Instagram, man.
Just making fake accounts.
Just make a bunch of fake accounts and
Yeah.
I gotta try that.
CA2 is the real one, just in case.
I like that. That's a good job. Do you think that you could create, you know how you have these, a lot of like all-star things are like user engagement metrics that can get you an all-star bid. Do you think that you could create enough bots to get yourself an all-star bid?
And if so, who would be the person to do it in MLS currently? Kai Kamara, easy. Come on.
Russian.
What?
Any Russian.
Any Russian?
I mean, it's like,
Wow.
Some of us are going there, chill.
Jack needs to leave for his own safety.
That's actually why Heath's going to Russia to cover the World
Pat's
Cup.
getting interference in his IFB right now.
I hear Putin right now. He just said, "What did that kid say?" No.
Excuse me, what?
Now I gotta text him later.
Yeah. Who are you most excited about from this young U.S. squad?
I'd say, honestly, Christian Pulisic. I'm sorry, but until I see someone else do it consistently and at the level he's doing it at, I'm just going to get wrapped up in the same line of thinking around like putting too much pressure on someone before they're ready to. And I don't think there's any reason but to still just enjoy Christian for what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what he does this summer. You think he'll move?
I don't know. Wait, his dad's a USL coach now?
Wasn't he the coach of the Rochester Rhinos? But they're not.
But he's
in
an
the league.
assistant coach in USL now.
Is he?
I thought he was in Germany.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
With Dortmund, is he not? Interesting, right? You learn new things every day. The U.S. team.
He's with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool team.
yeah, I like that. They have a new team coming out for the Saturday. A lot of new guys coming in against Ireland. This says this team is 23 years old and 102 days is their average.
Nice.
Stat Jack likes to narrow things down. Was that 102 today or yesterday?
Might have been yesterday.
Okay, so 103. Correction.
Well, 102.5? Or no, oh, that's per day.
They're 23 years old and 103 days. Oh, it wouldn't be 103 though, would it? Is that how you'd average it? It wouldn't be, right?
Who are the old
It'd still be
guys
somewhere around
that are
102
weighing
point
it?
something.
Who's the older guys on the team right
We
now?
got to shed weight.
Lehigh.
Oh no, that was a copy paste from US Soccer Notes, so you can add them.
Okay. Thank you.
Marcos wants to know, who is the next coach for USMNT?
Who's the next coach?
Do you want to know who I think they should hire? Is this? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea who the
yourself.
next coach is.
Oh, don't try to play coy with us. All right, guys, turn off the cameras. We're just going to ask him without a cameras. All right, we're not live. We're not live. All right, we're cut? We're good?
Carlos
cut?
de los Cobos. No.
Oh, wow, dude.
No,
It's becoming really personal now.
I'm sorry.
He's going to block us.
Dude, I'm actually disappointed in the commies for not making an account with that guy's name. And being like, oh yeah.
First person to
do
make
those things.
Carlos de los Cobos. First 10 to make Carlos de los Cobos accounts and tweet vibes for Calen. Get a jersey. Whoever makes an account, get a jersey. We're going to give you a jersey.
Well, I don't want to promise
But
that.
I would actually go with another former manager of mine in Chicago, Juan Carlos Osorio.
I thought you were going to say Frank Klopas.
Did you play for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started under him at Montreal.
Oh, that's when we were
Yeah.
dueling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Shout out to Frankie, Chicago. But yeah, I think Osorio, if he does well at the World Cup with Mexico, nobody's gonna go carry on with Mexico longer than the World
Do you think
Cup.
they would forgive him though? I mean, I know he's not Mexican, but like, do you think they'd forgive him in Mexico for?
Oh, for leaving? No, but that would be great.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it. You get that sort of like, you left us on good terms. I think it'll depend on how he's leaving to how that like sort of narrative plays out. But he's got the experience in MLS, in the US, in the UK, in Colombia, in Mexico, at the World Cup. Speaks Spanish, can recruit. He could walk into any kids. You want to talk about losing kids? I'm pretty sure he'd be able to bring Mexican Americans to be able to play for Mexico and for the U.S. So
Right.
I'd be interested to see what happens with him after the World Cup.
That's a solid shout. I like that.
Yeah.
If they do well, do you think he's still a candidate if he doesn't do well?
I think he's a candidate for sure, but
Okay.
it depends on if he loses like any more like 7-0s to Chile as they did. I don't know if many people are going to be knocking down his door, but
Who
we'll
do
see.
you think will be coach?
I actually haven't even stopped to think about who that might be. But that's probably a good of a shout that I can come up with.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean,
I heard that a lot when I was in
he actually brought a lot of intelligence to this programming, which isn't something that we try to pride ourselves on. We typically try to just say things so far from the truth that no one can ever hold you accountable for it.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of back within the wheelhouse of reality, which is weird for us.
When the on-tour team was in Mexico, they heard that they heard from a lot of Mexican fans that they thought Juan Carlos Osorio was going to the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, as in me, but I didn't want to talk about me traveling anymore.
Yeah. That one hurts you, huh?
Yeah, I'm not trying to, because I hate people like that.
It just sounds like you're bragging a lot. And
I know,
like
but I
you're
don't
saying
mean
that, like,
to.
you're
it's not my fault.
You're like, you travel a lot, you're not religious, but you're spiritual.
I'm very
and, like,
grateful.
You only wear shoes when you have to because you like to let your feet touch the sand.
I'm very, very grateful for everything that I get to do, and I don't take it for granted.
Oh.
You know who should be U.S. national team coach in 2 years?
Who?
Gio Savarese.
Gio Savarese, if he isn't, I just want him to be my stepdad.
Me too.
Because he is awesome. The nicest man on the planet.
Dude, he's got 6 wins in a row.
6 wins in a row. And that's not 6 results. I'm talking about 6 dubs.
Dude, I remember when he went in the league and he started with 3 losses. Some people were like, oh, maybe he's been found out. Like he just had too big of a budget at Cosmos. But now they realize he's the best.
Yeah. He did really well down there.
I'm a big fan of his.
I like that. Let's talk about some World Cup bets. There's only 15 days. Is that 15 today or 14? Okay, just making sure. I get one more wrong, I'm going to lose some credibility on here for being an expert. All right, let's have some predictions here. Outright winner. Do we have any of those things to show what the odds are? Throw up or no? All right, cool.
Do we still have the chicken salad in case we need to bring it back
Okay,
up?
can we get that back up again, just for the sake of it? I think it's important just to show.
Just want to make sure it's ready.
Well, he's a guest, and the guests get what they want here.
If we could get some chicken salad by the end of the show, that would be
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Now we're calling in orders.
It's crazy.
It's a very Crystalia
Hey, you hang out with Heath for 1 minute, and you're like,
Ask Pat for it.
one
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Don't ask Pat for it because you'll get it wrong, okay? Anywhere.
You know what?
Anywhere, because you can order online and his card will get denied, or you could just send out for cash and you won't have the cash. So,
I'm sorry.
who do you have your money on to win the tournament?
He doesn't.
Early
He
favorites.
just said he had no money, and now you're asking him who he's going to put his money on.
Who do you have your Monopoly money on to
I
win the
picked this on
tournament?
the fly earlier, and I picked emotionally.
Okay.
I picked Argentina.
Okay, so let's try that again. And I don't care about why you picked it.
Emotion.
Just pick the
I
team.
don't want my credibility, which is very,
but
very big.
it sounds like you're trying to preface this, and I just want you to tell me who you think is going to win the tournament.
I'm just saying that I have a lot of credibility in the soccer analysis scene. People trust me.
The soccer analysis scene.
And I'm just saying,
It's like the punk rock scene.
I want it
like
to be
that.
clear that I'm speaking emotionally when I say I'm picking Argentina to win.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so you're copping out. Calen, who do you have as your favorite?
I'm with Pat. Can't we just pick on emotion, or we gotta pick? We gotta go off.
You can preface all you want.
Everyone's
you know?
gonna pick Germany otherwise.
No,
I don't
I'm
wanna
picking
do-
France, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I want France because
Emotionally,
I'm
or-
at least. I'm spiritually.
Goes to Marseille once. Yeah.
It goes to Marseille once, and the U.S. is playing against France June 9th, I think it is,
Are you
in
just-
Lyon.
are you just like sucking up to Thierry Henry right now?
No, this is Montreal Heath talking. He's like, you
Oui?
know, he's gone back to another time. You could see it's the
Oui?
same look. It's right up
Yeah.
there.
Wait.
Oui.
No, I'm
all
saying
you got?
France because what's better than like actually predicting a team that you want to watch for the entire tournament? I watched them play against Ireland the other day, and they were so good and so fun, fast, powerful, and just like had so many good players that I'm like, why not? Why not? Even if they're not the favorites, the odds say 13-2.
Okay.
From, I'm not saying the name of the place we got this from because they're not paying for that. But at least France is like, I can invest in that for the summer, right? I got a France jersey with Pierce on it somewhere. I don't know why they put my name on it.
I
'cause I'm
saw.
not
I
French.
almost wore it during
But it
the
was
show.
a big shout out to Nike for sending that
That's
through.
dope.
But like, no, it's the old one from the Euros.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But yeah, I'm picking them because I want to follow that through the tournament, so it's at least something I can get behind, right?
Fun team.
Yep.
Who are you
Okay.
going with?
I'm gonna go with Brazil.
I thought you were gonna say Germany.
I'm gonna go with Germany because they're gonna win. No, I'm gonna go with Brazil just because, yeah, I want to, and I really like them.
Respect.
And Neymar is back, and I fashioned myself kind of the men's league aging bad knee version of a less talented Neymar.
As
I
a
like that.
spectator of that league, I can say that I can confirm that.
Who's your outside bet, Pat?
My outside bet.
I'll tell you.
Wait, but I want to make sure that I was picking this based on the right merit.
Yeah, I just gave you the.
Because this is my super emotional pick.
Okay.
My first one was emotional. This
Okay.
one's super because I think I picked Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna rep the region. I think Costa Rica will do well. I mean, they proved it the last World Cup that they can. They got Keylor Navas. So Costa Rica gonna win the whole World Cup.
Thank you. Who's yours?
Like my emotional pick?
Yeah. Guys, we got to stop with the emotional stuff.
No,
Just
this is
pick
your super
your
emotional
outside pick.
Super emotional.
This one's-
Germany was your logical pick.
Okay.
Brazil was your emotional pick, and now you're super
This is
emotional
like
pick.
my Drake feels.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
dream
like I'm just-
winner. Yeah.
Uh,
I've changed this whole structure.
I'm going to go Mexico.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I think, Carlos Vela, I want to see him
I
blow
was going to say
up.
Carlos de los Cobos again.
No.
We got to let this guy go, dude. This
That's
is
like
not
my
a therapy
super
session.
emotional pick. No, I just think Mexico, if they actually did win the World Cup, how much more pressure would that put on the U.S. and how would that change the entire region? And if we end up getting the World Cup sort of between us, that would be kind of cool too. So I don't know. I understand some people don't want to jump on the Mexico train. I totally respect that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of down. Like I understand when they play against each other that I'm gonna pick the U.S. because I don't know. Sometimes I'm not even so sure about that, but no, I am gonna pick the U.S. But this summer I'd like to see Mexico get past that quinta partido.
What are people in the comments? Who's their outside favorites or their favorites to win?
Well, Megan Christensen said, Pat, do the right thing, pick France, so I'm switching to France.
Okay.
So that I
Pat
can
has
remain
switched to
working
France.
here.
Megan you can look right through that gap there. You see her in the corner.
She manages my time.
she
She does a very
manages
good job
Pat's
at
time.
it, and she's, she has a great relationship outside of work.
Wow. How many warnings has she given you?
I mean, I'm at a few warnings at this point.
I like
I'm
it.
I'm on very, very thin ice.
Vive la
and
France.
it's summer.
Vive la France. I'm going. My favorite outside favors Uruguay. I guess it's an outside favorite. I mean, it's not a favorite, but it's an outside
that's a
favorite.
good
I think
pick.
it's fair, right? I just want to see Cavani and
There's some
Suarez
good-
do
there's
well.
some good comments
Top goal scorer. Let's get through some of these a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Top goal scorer in the
Neymar.
tournament. Neymar. Kalen.
I'm actually gonna go Gabriel Jesus.
Okay.
I think Neymar is gonna be like the winger to create, but he's gonna be finally that Brazilian number 9 to
Oh man,
finish.
he's like 20, isn't he? Like 20, 21?
Yeah, but
It's a lot of
now's the
pressure to
time.
put on
It's
him.
a young man's game.
I'm going with Griezmann, just because I think he should win everything ever.
Sick.
And okay, who's finishing bottom of the group for you? Like a favorite who would finish at the bottom of the group? Like who's your surprise
like
not to get out of
the one that's
stages?
gonna like flame out. Germany. No. That's a good question. Was that
I'm
on
going
the,
with Sweden.
on the thing beforehand? I
Yeah.
messed this up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sweden.
Wait, did I do this pick? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you said England. We're gonna not ask
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
How about this?
No, you said England. We're good.
Well, I just want to quickly say that there's a Carlos de los Cobos in the comments.
Is it really?
And they have a young Stalin as their avatar.
We have to give him the jersey.
We got to give this guy a
Yeah,
jersey.
we gotta give the guy a
Hey
jersey.
man,
He
whoever
did
you
make
are, reach out to the COPA90 account, and you
DM
just
us
won.
on Instagram.
You just won this Columbia kit. It's really nice. Yellow, red, blue, many colors.
Orange in the middle.
Orange in the middle. Is it? No, it's not.
No, it's Cheetos.
Why
How
are we
much?
convinced that's not actually Carlos de los Cobos?
That's what I'm saying.
It could
'Cause-
be.
Was he a Stalinist
Based on
by
what you
chance?
said, he sounds like he would admire young Stalin, who did have really good hair. And at that point, he hadn't done anything that bad yet, but he would go on to. Which
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah,
again.
you're not allowed to do it, dude.
Oh,
Don't touch
boy.
it. Don't touch it. A top South American team. You're Brazil for
Yeah,
sure.
Brazil,
right?
yeah.
Pat, you?
Argentina.
Okay, I'm Brazil. Also, Pat, another emotional pick. Does not look at the roster. Top
wish I-
European team.
I'm going to go Belgium.
Okay, I like that. That's a good shout.
Yeah. I like
This is
Belgium.
like the end of the golden generation.
Top European team.
I don't know how they.
Belgium.
Yeah, I'm saying France. Who do you got?
Respect. I think I picked France as well. Thank you, Stat Jack.
Okay.
I don't remember. I was.
Top
kinda-
CONCACAF team. I'm saying Mexico on this one.
Yeah, Mexico.
Okay.
I mean, I picked Costa Rica,
Stick with them.
Costa
but
Rica.
I'm not anti-Mexico. Like I very much like Mexico.
Pat, we are getting now to the end of the
Panama
show.
could do well.
We are getting now to the end of the show, which means we've lost some of our core viewers, which
Disagree.
means it's
Our
time
views-
for you to promote some of the content you make to try to bring some of them back.
Did you just diss me?
No, to bring some of them back.
Oh, okay. Respect.
No, I was dissing you.
Um,
To be
so
honest.
can I do it?
Yeah. Talk about it.
I'm not gonna get teed up or
What?
anything.
It says plug on tour. Pat, explain what on tour is. Mostly
Okay.
a job for Pat.
What?
That's what the run of show says. It says
Okay.
it's mostly a job for you.
I haven't read. Okay, so guys, We have the trailer for On Tour. I'll watch the trailer first, and then I'll explain what it is.
Okay.
I have a series coming out. Oh, does it start?
No, you just keep talking. Go ahead. This is how production works.
Okay, I have a trailer coming out. No,
Oh no.
the trailer's already out. I have a series coming out starting on Monday, and it's we worked really hard on it. It's gonna be sick. I'm
How
super
often
excited.
will the series go out by chance?
It'll come out every day for 5 days. There's 5 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
So Monday through Friday next
Monday
week?
through Friday.
That's amazing.
We're
That's
dedicating
genius.
our entire company to my hard work.
I like that. A whole week of your life has been
whole week.
dedicated to content.
I was thinking about taking it off
Yeah.
and like just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Guys, enjoy the ride. I'll be on vacation.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Is the trailer?
That's
going?
amazing.
Wait, has it been playing this whole time? All right, let's do this trailer.
They are the names that transcend the game. Icons, legends, national heroes. Names that will take over at this summer's World Cup. But behind those names are even more incredible stories of the families, communities, and fans that made them who they are. Ahead of this summer's World Cup, we went to the hometowns of Leo Messi, Chicharito, Luis Suarez, Kevin De Bruyne, and Cristiano Ronaldo to try and find out the secret to and the source of all of their success.
Here's the hole in the fence. Maybe Luis Suarez crawled through this to get out of school or something. The field that Kevin De Bruyne got his first touches on is just a horse pasture now.
Along the way, we spoke with their fathers, teachers, cousins, and neighbors. We soaked in the atmospheres they lived before the world spotlight shined on them. And we ate some truly amazing food in some unforgettable places. All of this in an effort to see where it all started for these players.
He was so motivated and he knew what he wanted.
Ya que él creció aquí, él nació aquí, se hizo en este equipo.
I think Messi is like Maradona now. The World Cup is a circumstance. Nothing that he do in 7 matches will change what all the things incredible that they do all this time.
They had the Manchester United and the Chivas kit that Chicharito wore. It's actually not that bad. That's me, isn't it? I'm like torn between this is a surreal, emotional moment and also like, wow, we're major stalkers and should be ashamed of ourselves.
He came from an island and conquered the world. He never forget his origins.
The stories of these players are the stories of the people that got them there. And at the World Cup this summer in Russia, they will be playing for them. This is On Tour World Cup Origins.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
I'm super excited.
He claps.
Awesome.
Aside from On Tour being built by my blood, sweat, and tears and pitched on your behalf by me, and I had to run it up the ladder to get the green light from Ross
Imagine
to
my,
air that
my
thing a
trailer
long
coming
time
out
ago.
and him trying to take the credit for it.
Aside from that, no, I mean, what was the best part about making this?
I don't know, man. We met some super cool, interesting people. Like straight up, like knocking on doors and being like, "Do you know anything about this guy?" And then and like, I don't know. You'll see in the series. Like it was like pretty breathtaking at points. I mean, and like some of them were set up. Like we interviewed Kevin De Bruyne's dad, who is a super nice guy, but in across the street from where Messi grew up, we just knocked on a guy's door and he came out with like photos and all that. It's really cool.
For like a kid who's like against modern football in general, did you have a new perspective after spending time kind of tracing the origins of some of these like world's biggest players?
I don't know how to answer that. I definitely gave me more of an not that I've always had an appreciation for these players, but like it's definitely like amazing to humanize them to that extent. So
who do you think of that bunch has maybe the most pressure? Their town feels the most like pain or joy based on what's going to happen at the World Cup?
I think.
¿Quién de ese grupo tiene la más impresiona del grupo?
Wow, that's incredible for a French guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I think Messi, because he. You'll see in the episode the big theme of that one is that he is like this amazing footballer, best in the world. Everyone loves him, but he still has quite a bit of there's doubt around him in Argentina. In Rosario itself, they all loved him, but like when we went to Buenos Aires, it was like, you know, he's not Maradona, he's not Maradona. So like, and I think that weighs on him quite personally. So I think he's got the biggest. I think he's sweating the World Cup the most because it's kind of his last shot.
Which episode, in real time when you were experiencing it, was the best one for you?
Oh, it's hard to say, man. They were all really fun. I'm very partial to Latin America. So honestly, because it depends. Like we did so much different stuff. Like in Mexico, we went to the Super Clásico, which was crazy, and then in Montevideo in Uruguay for the Suarez story, we went to the Clásico Uruguayo, which was like Nacional Peñarol, which was like nothing I've ever experienced. And then I don't know, they're all a little bit different, but it was sick.
Where else did you go since you're talking about how often you travel?
I don't see. You make me not want to.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, in the series or just like in general?
Just in travel and leisure.
I went to New Jersey on Thursday.
That's where your $400 credit card limit gets you.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay. Another one of my major supervisors comes in to criticize me.
No, was there one place though where you're like, all right, since I'm here for like covering for work, but I also kind of want to like duck off and check out this other thing?
I did take a personal day.
He looked over there to be like, what should I say about my day off?
I did not do. I worked the whole time. No, I took a personal day in Buenos Aires because I love that city.
He lived there for a bit though. Before that?
In school. I studied there for a bit.
I could feel. I didn't know that, but I could feel that somehow.
A lot of people
barely works when he's working.
A lot of people say I'm Argentinian, even though I was not born there, and my parents were not born there, nor were their parents. But in a way,
it's a vibe.
I feel it.
Yeah.
You know, I love meat.
Yeah.
I like Messi.
The funny thing is, we were carb free for a couple weeks before he left, and then went down there, and within about 3 minutes of arriving, just broke the carb free.
I had a media luna, put it right in my throat, and ate it.
That's cool, man. Well, no, I'm hyped about this.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a really good primer for right before leading up to the World Cup, because it's like, you know, all the big stars and stuff like that. Everyone knows Cristiano, all these guys, but to get a little bit of sense, a different peek at them, I think that's a cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it to come out. So everyone, please.
So every day next week, at what time? Is there a time specifically? In the afternoon, late afternoon, I would guess. 4, 5, or 6, somewhere around there.
It could be. What am I checking?
Just tell that.
It's probably in the afternoon.
Yeah, but every day, Monday through Friday next week, each episode will be released.
Yeah, we're gonna start having.
And if you want a primer for the primer, you can watch the movement tomorrow. It'll be up at 12 noon on MLS's YouTube channel. Don't miss it. Don't be late. 12 noon Eastern. Thank you very much.
Respect.
All right, let's do some rapid fire, and before we wrap this thing up. So, guys, commies, get those questions in. We've got time for about how many? 5?
We can do 5.
We can do. Also send in Vice for Flores because he's approved of 5.
I've got a good
one to start. And sometimes he can be difficult, but he's given us 5.
We'll do my first question.
We'll do 6 or 7.
First question? We have the first question. The villain MLS deserves? Question mark. I like that. That's optimized. It's posing a question, allowing the people in the comments. Do you think this is the villain that MLS deserves?
That was cool of Alan Gordon to post that too.
Yeah.
I
can't believe
he must be a big fan of yours.
Well, that's the thing is he was asked to delete his, but he was allowed to post one of me. So if he changed the face, it's somebody else.
Yeah.
Which is clever.
And he
I
still
like
gets
that.
the
Here to
boots.
create. But I'm not an Adidas athlete, so
Not yet.
somebody owes me some.
After this photo,
moolah.
I am.
You are?
No.
After this photo, I feel like you will be.
Yeah.
There's no
It's
whole.
just a matter of negotiation at this point. You know what I mean? Do you want
Final
a W
details.
or do you want a W? All right, let's get those rapid fire questions in. What do we got?
I got a good one to start off from XX unknown 0190XX.
I like that.
Name one player whose value will dramatically increase after the World Cup, and one player whose value will dramatically decrease after the World Cup.
I think James is going to decrease.
Okay.
I just don't. I think the expectation of him is to do what he did last World Cup, and I don't think he's been the same player. Okay, I think he's been good, but I don't think his stats have been any better at Bayern than they were at Real Madrid. Though I think at Real Madrid he wasn't given a fair shot under Zidane. But the player that I think is going to impress the most, and this is just a little bit of stream of consciousness, but I think Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich.
Cool.
I think he's going to be a huge part of Germany's run this World Cup, and is going to come out of it with a new respect for not just being a Mr. Versatile, but being a world-class player. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Nzonzi from France as one who can impress. It's hard to tell sometimes with Deschamps what's he going to do with the team, but I feel like if they are able to make a deep run, I don't know, his rise already has been pretty tremendous, so I could see him continuing that this summer.
He's a big presence.
Yeah.
Increase, Chucky Lozano. Decrease, that like 44-year-old goalkeeper for Egypt. Just because he's probably going to be done.
But what if Chucky Lozano doesn't start because of Jimenez and Chicharito? Do you think he can have a super sub role and still make a big impact?
Yes.
Huh. You don't
Maybe.
need the national team.
I don't know. I think
guy.
so.
Move on to the next question.
All right, let's see.
Cosmos Conspiracy is back.
It's back. It's always back. It's always lingering over me. How do I get Pat's job? Honestly, probably just walk in here. Let's see. Okay. Oh God, I'm panicking. Does anyone else see any?
We're not on there. You're running the commies.
Let's see.
You're managing the
Bigger
commies.
miss out, Benzema or Icardi? For the player or
Icardi,
the
for
team?
sure. I mean, Benzema has been in form recently, but Benzema hasn't been in the national team for a long time. And so I'm saying Icardi because he's been really, really good, and just because he did something bad to Messi's best friend's something, it sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. I get why he's not part of it because it is a vibe thing, but he's really, really good.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Drama. You got to stay away from it.
Which one are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I thought you made a really compelling case. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for not standing by me. By just
Keep the
putting it
questions
all on
coming,
me.
commies. Ronaldo leaving Madrid?
Yes. Day. Rapid fire. Yes.
Oh, it's rapid fire.
We've
We
actually
struggle
really
with the
let
rapid
that
fire
no,
thing.
no.
Okay.
Yes.
He just wanted
Yes?
to.
Nice,
He just
I like
wanted to flirt a little bit to make it, because he didn't feel loved enough because he didn't get the game-winning goal. So he's just like, I might leave. You don't love me.
Yeah, we'll see
Let's
how tomorrow
see.
feels.
Let's stay on that. Where is Gareth Bale going next?
Manchester United.
Probably.
That would be cool. I would love to see that. Man U.
Okay.
Falcao to have his moment at the World Cup?
I picked him out of 10 strikers. I picked him as one of my 5 yesterday to do well at the World Cup. Yes.
No. Can't agree with Heath every time.
Let's see.
No, you're right. I don't think he's actually going to do well, but I would like to see him do well.
What do you think of the German goalkeeper situation?
I think that Manuel Neuer shouldn't be the starter because he played his first game yesterday since September of last year.
Yeah, but they're 1-7-1.
Hey, Snapjack.
So he didn't have a clean sheet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, against the U20s.
Yeah, and a sweeper keeper, I don't know. I just feel like it's not his time. I just feel like Ter Stegen is a good enough goalkeeper that you don't have to panic. I think other national teams have to worry about that number 2, but Germany is one of them that doesn't. Rapid fire.
I agree, and they're going to have such a strong team going forward. They're not afraid to make decisions based on, especially bringing in younger players as they've come along. So,
is Baron Leno in the squad? Is he the 3? Oh, dude, you even have really good cover, so yeah, that's tight. Leave Neuer home if you need to.
2 more?
Just so you know, by the way, Pat is an advocate for 4 goalkeepers of a 23-man roster.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Well, I was, to make a point. But you were an advocate for 2. So I was saying definitely 3, and then I was like, let's just go to 4.
If you could bring a 3rd goalkeeper or an extra striker, what are you going with?
Striker.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Pat.
You guys
I wanted 4.
You
wanted
guys
4 goalkeepers. Because he said
feel like these guys don't really know soccer as well
if
as
the
I
first
do.
2 get injured, you only have 2 left.
I would say
That's his whole argument.
I know you guys played football for like your entire life,
It's
and
soccer.
I did not, but I'm starting to think I'm in control here.
goalkeepers are important piece of the locker. Usually big characters, so having some good locker room vibes, I feel like Pat, you've got something there. If that was your.
I'm bringing a 5th goalkeeper now. Just
it's going up.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for 2 more.
Price is going up.
Okay. I'm struggling. What do we want?
This is the longest live show we've ever had.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm looking for questions, guys. Please help me.
All right, last question.
What year will the U.S. win the World Cup by?
2040.
Is there a World Cup that year?
That's minus
32, 26,
34, 38.
42.
42. Definitely.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Will Dash ever the World Cup Bodies Edition? Yes, he will. What do you think? What year?
It's growing fast. 30, 36. 50. Project 2050. Hashtag
Project
that.
2050. All right, just 40 years after the original project.
Is that it, or one more big one? One more big one?
Just so you know, Project
as long as you get
2010
there.
was a thing we were supposed to win in 2010, so Project 2050 would be 40 years after that. Or we could do, yeah.
If I miss my deadlines by that hard, they would kick me out of here.
They'd give
Just
you another,
kidding.
you'd get another
'Cause they
warning.
don't. All right, one more. We gotta find one more. Everyone be looking. Jack, are you looking?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, guys. Oh, Jack's been filling my Slack with good questions. Lewandowski confirmed that he wants to leave Bayern. Thoughts? And that's what we're going to close on. What are your thoughts?
That's hard for rapid fire, but I'd like to see him at Real Madrid next year, get rid of Benzema, bring in Lewandowski. I am available for hire for any expert analysis.
Wow.
Actually, I'm not. I have a job here for that, but it's not for really expert analysis. Rapid fire?
I feel like after this last one, you will be, considered for more.
Actually, let me close this out really hard. Can we bring this one in? I'm going to answer that again. Doing the side lean. All right. Here's the news. Lewandowski will leave Bayern Munich this summer, and he'll be heading to Real Madrid to replace a departing Karim Benzema. Or perhaps to keep Benzema on the bench because he seems like he's made better decisions in the last couple of years. And Gareth Bale is on his way out. Redo the system, change everything, win the league, treble, here we come.
Can you bring it in over here, actually? Not to be outdone. Cosmos conspiracy against chicken salad with no carbs. Calen Carr's COPA90 correspondence.
I like that. That was really good. All right, let's turn it on Pat. Let's see if Pat can figure out how this thing works this week.
Lewandowski, after the World Cup, comes to the New York Cosmos and helps us lift the National Premier Soccer League trophy whenever that league ends. And then he says that it's the best club in the world, which confirms what I already know.
To be true.
Thank you.
All right, that's good. All right. All right, guys, we made it through a show. That was the longest one we've had so far, but thank you, Calen, for joining us. You're welcome any time to come on here.
Yes. I'll wear a tank top next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Shots have been fired at Aaron West, who's currently in South Beach on vacation.
He's been in the comments
in
this whole
sports
time.
bra.
He's in South Beach?
Still is.
He has Wi-Fi at those, those restaurants. Those are tourist restaurants in South Beach. You have Wi-Fi.
Shout
at
out,
those
Aaron.
restaurants.
I miss you.
Shout out, Aaron. We miss you.
We do.
But thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone behind the camera. Thank you, all you guys, for taking some of your time in the day to hang out with us and keep those commies questions coming. And then remember, every week, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we are live right here, STFU. Calen's show, noon?
Yeah, tomorrow noon.
Okay.
YouTube.
And Pat's show, Monday.
Also, we're giving this kid away, too.
Through Friday next week.
That guy.
All the on-tour episodes are coming out next week, Monday through Friday, so make sure you check those out. And guys, we will see you guys next Wednesday. And make sure you go and look at our archive content from other shows that we make here at COPA90 US. See ya.